Hi, I'm Barton from Rentler.com, and I'm here to help you get the most out of our property management tools. In this video, I'll be walking you through how to create a listing once you've already added your properties. At this point, I'm going to assume that you've already created an account and that you have already added a property to the system. And if you haven't done that, we've got some other instructional videos that can help walk you through that. But once you've done that, you'll be landed on a properties page very similar to what you see here. In this case, like I said, I've already actually added a property, and I'm going to navigate down to the listings section, which you'll find in your left nav bar right here. And this is what you'll come to. So you'll find a button in the top right here, create a listing, and that's what we're going to start by doing. We'll click that button. I only have one property in here. If you had a few properties already added, you'll see a variety of options here, but since I only have one, you're only going to see the one. I'm going to give it a click. It will bring you into our listings tool, which walks you through several steps and hopefully makes it just a little bit easier to get things up and running for you. Alright, so this is the first page that you'll land on in the listings. Everything is pretty straightforward. You see it's already imported your location down there. And so we're going to start by giving it a title. It always helps to give a little bit of information about your listing in the title because that's the first thing that any of your potential tenants are going to see. And then you're going to want to give it a description. You're going to want to try to write as detailed of a description as you can without getting too much information in there. You don't want to overwhelm somebody either. Year built, we are going to say that, this great condo was built in 1920. And then acres, less than 0.25, 900 square feet, one bedroom, and one bath. So you're going to want to select all of that information along with your description and your title to keep things moving. And then contact, we are going to do new contact here. And then company name down here is optional. The reason we make you put your name in here again, we know that you've already put in your information, but in some cases, we do have people who are helping others list or somebody like a property manager that's listing properties, and so they might want their contact to be someone different than who is actually filling this information out. So that's why we make you put your name in again here. And then for company name, if it is a property management group, you can put that in here. Otherwise, just leave that blank. Again, you can choose to show your phone number if you want to or not. And then if you receive text messages or not. We highly recommend receiving text messages for any listings just because, again, that is an easy way to start receiving leads very quickly. And then some basic information. Do you allow smoking? If you do, there might be a policy. You can put details down here, but we're going to leave that as no. And then allows pets. We're going to say yes. And so pet policy, if you have any specific pet policy information you want to give your tenants before they apply to the property, you can put it here. Otherwise, you can say, small dogs, large dogs, cats. If there are any breed restrictions, you can say that, and we always recommend putting what breeds you don't allow up here. But we're going to say we allow all types of animals. Large dogs, small dogs, and cats. And then down here, you'll see this little piece right here. When you get to pricing, we do have a pet fees section, and that's where you actually can add a pet fee onto your listing. Now that we've gone through all of that, you've got all your basic information in there. We're going to click next down here. It'll check to make sure we filled everything out, and we're on to some additional details. Now we will fill out some amenities if we have anything. In this case, it's a condo, so we're going to say it is on site, and then parking is on street. You can see you've got a variety of different options here though. Garage, dedicated spot, etc. This is always a great time to advertise garage if your property does have one of those. If you do have any type of air condition, we're going to say this has central air, but you also have to put something there as well. And then these are some basic amenities that we usually see in a lot of our properties. In this case, we're going to say we have a dishwasher, we have a fireplace in our condo, we just redid the kitchen, so there's new countertops, maybe there's a walk-in closet, and then we'll say we have a pool at this particular property as well. If you have any custom amenities, you can add those too. In this particular condo, we're going to say we have a Juliet balcony. And then you just click add item, and these will also show up on your listing in addition to the typical amenities that we checked up here. So once we fill that out, we'll continue on and we'll go to the next step in our listing process. This is where we start to fill out any pricing that we want our potential tenants to know about. So monthly rent, we are going to charge $1,100 per month. We're going to say it's available September 1st. And then our term is 12 months. That's our minimum term. And then maximum term, if it's just the year, we can select 12 months, but we'll say that we allow people to rent for up to 24 months or 2 years. Since we want them to sign a 12-month, we're not going to check month to month. If you only wanted to let them go for 12 months and then they could switch to month, that's what you would click, is this button right here. So that means if they signed a 24-month lease with us after that was done, their contract would change to month. We're going to uncheck that. And then also if you do a rent-to-own lease option, then you would select this second box here. But again, we're going to leave that unselected. Security deposit, for us, we're going to say it's a full month, so we're going to put $1,100 in there. But if they do a great job of keeping our condo up, we're going to say they can get $900 back. And then in the details, we're just going to say we keep $200 at the end for cleaning expenses. So they know why they're not going to get that $200 back when their lease ends. If you want to say that it's on credit approval or on approved credit, here you can select that. We're going to leave that deselected right now. And then if you're accepting applications and you're going to make each person pay to submit an application, this is where you can put that amount of money in there. We're going to make that free because we're actually going to use the applications within the Rentler system. So it makes it really easy. We don't think we need to charge our potential tenants any money for that, so we're going to leave that blank. And then down here, utilities. You can select who actually pays this. So since it's a condo, we're paying for water, sewer, we're going to pay for internet for everybody, HOA we're paying for, gas we're paying for, and garbage. But we are making everybody that has a unit here pay for electric or their own cable. We do require renter's insurance, so we're going to say, the tenant's responsible for that. And we did say that we accept pets, and so we're going to say $500, and then the monthly fee is $100, we'll say. And down here in notes, maybe we think cats are a little bit easier to take care of, so we'll just say if cats, only $50 a month. Just so anybody looking at our ad can see that it's not $100 for everybody, but $50 for cats. This is where you start to get to add all of your photos. We're going to click upload photos here in a minute. Also important to note though, we do support YouTube videos. So if you have any videos of your listing and you want to actually let people walk through your space, that's always a great way to let them get a little more acclimated with the potential new home situation that they have. This is what you would click and you would add those videos. For this particular property, we don't have any videos, we only have photos, so we're going to click upload. These are all of our photos we've taken for our great apartment. I'm going to click open. So any photo that's in this first position is going to be your main photo, and that is also what the tenants are going to see in your listing profile. So we want them to see this great shot of the living space. So we're going to actually move that into the first position here, and so that's what they're going to see when they search. And then we're going to actually move all of our living space photos kind of up to the front, and then we want to give them a good idea of the bedroom, so we're going to let those be second. And then the bathroom area is going to be last here. And so these are all the photos that we're going to upload for our listing. You can actually upload more photos if you want to. Or let's say you want to edit a photo, we can click edit photo there. You can crop it if you want to. We're not going to crop it, but you can also rotate or delete. If you do a lot of editing, let's say we cropped it, let's pull it in a little bit and we'll click crop here. But we don't want to do that. We can click reset and it takes it back to the original. And this is also where you would delete a photo if you want to do that as well. Click next. It'll process those photos for us, and then we are almost done here. I'm actually going to accept applications through the Rentler system. People can actually apply to your property right from your listing. There's a little button which I'll show you here in a second. We highly recommend using this, so we're going to click yes. It is free and it is included with your listing. And then require screening with each applicant. I want to make sure that I'm getting the best applicants that I possibly can. I'm going to require them to actually submit a screening when they apply to me. So for every single potential tenant, I'm going to get their application and I'm going to get their screening at the same time. If you want to choose applicants before you actually make them screen, so let's say you're going to get a bunch of applicants, you want to see which ones you like the best before you actually make them pay for their screening, you can select no, but in our instance we're going to select yes. And that is $35 per screening, but the applicant does pay for that. It's not on you, you're just making them actually go through the screening process. What do you get in that screening? You get a credit check, a criminal check, and an identity check. We will actually go through the screening process in another video, and you can jump to that if you want to get a little more information about our screening process. But we're going to accept applications, make people go through the screening process, and we're going to click next here at the bottom, and that is it. This is the page that you will now land on. We want to turn our listing on, so we're going to do that in a second. You do have to turn your listing on after you've created your listing. This just makes sure that you are ready to actually start accepting applicants. A few other things to note down here. You can have a featured placement, which moves your listing to the top for a certain number of days. So here in August, I can say I want to feature my place the 28th and 29th. It will add those, and then you will see it update down here. And then you can also select some ribbons. So let's create a custom ribbon. Like I said, we actually have a balcony on ours, so we're going to say great balcony, and then it will add it to your listing just like you see here. Once you select feature days, once you add any ribbons you'd like to add, you'll click checkout down here at the bottom, and you'll be brought to this where you'll put your information in, and you'll click purchase to purchase those. We're not actually going to purchase any for our listing right now, and we will walk through these other pieces in more detail in another video. But right now we just want to get our listing turned on. So I'm going to deselect those feature days. I'm going to take out that ribbon here, and I'm going to turn on my listing. So there, we just toggled it on. It is listed now. We are actually listing our property in Pittsburgh. I'm going to search Pittsburgh, and then we will click search. There's our listing right there. We'll click on it. And this is what the potential tenants will see. So condo townhome, when it was built, all of the information that we put in right at the beginning. You can see our photos, description, all of our amenities, including our custom amenity right there. It also says who pays for everything, so everything is very clearly upfront for your potential new tenants. And then all of those policies and lease terms that we put in. Like we said earlier as well, tenants, because I'm accepting applications, can actually apply right here. We will go through this in more detail from a tenant side at a later date, but they would jump into their application section in their account. And then if at any point you choose to turn your listing off, all you have to do is come back to your listing. Let's actually back out. You'll see this is a listing. You click on your listing, and then you would click and say you don't want it to be active anymore. Turn it off right there. Easy as that.